Hi everyone, I'm Nik and this is my dear friend Jenna. Together we built Pac-Many. Remember hours spent in an office playing Counter-Strike? Well, we didn't go that far. We created a multiplayer clone of popular classic game Pac-Man. We called our product Pac-Many because four people now can play together from safety of their home. No game clubs needed. So let's wait no more. Jenna, would you kindly do a walkthrough for our amazing audience today?
Thank you, Nick. I would be happy to. Today we're going to follow Claire through her experience with Pac-Many. During quarantine, Claire wanted to find a new game to play from the comfort of her own home. She stumbled across Pac-Many and decided to start playing as a single player for practice. During her first few tries, Claire was eaten by a ghost and died. She received the "Game Over, You Lost" message. But she didn't stop playing there. Claire continued to play as a single player to improve her Pac-Many skills. She had a little trouble with the ghost, but eventually was able to outmaneuver it. Finally, Claire won the game and received the green "Game Over, You Won" message. She was now ready to play against her friends. Claire created a new multiplayer game that generated a room code to be shared with 3 other players. By clicking on the code was copied to Claire's clipboard, making it easier for her to share. She then entered her name and was taken into the waiting room. Claire sent the code to 3 friends, Nik, Q, and Jenna. Claire waited in the game room for her other friends to join. Notice each player starts the game with health 1 and score 0. Claire was getting impatient waiting for her friends to join, so she tried to start the game without them. However, she received an error message asking for her to wait until all of the players entered the room. Finally, Q and Jenna joined the game and Claire was able to start. The players were off, trying not to get eaten by the ghost and collect the most dots. Nik was the first to die. Notice his health is now at 0, and his player box announces that he is dead. Next to go is Jenna, who thought it was a good idea to head into the ghost pen. Better luck next time, Jenna. Claire and Q continue to battle it out to win the game. The scores are neck and neck towards the end of the game with only a few dots left on the board. At the last second, Q finishes off the rest of the dots and takes the lead, winning the game. Looks like Claire's going to need more practice.
Thank you, Jenna. Well, in order to build Pac-Many, we used a game engine called Phaser. And for front-end outer shell, we used React. Then we incorporated Phaser within our React components and used socket.io to create separate games rooms for multiple game instances. Maybe to give an example of the challenge we came across was simulating the behavior of a new player arriving to the site and receiving the positions of the other 3 players in the room and eventually having up-to-date information about all objects in a game at all the time. We initially started out broadcasting our locations to everyone, but that became more intricate as we introduced the idea of rooms for different games. We ended up creating a separate class for the room instead of just using built-in sockets array. And as for the general challenge, we learned the importance of system integration testing when we're trying to use React, Phaser, and Socket.io together. While all 3 technologies are extremely useful and powerful, the biggest struggle or hurdle was making them actually work together. On the note of working together, I want to say thank you to Jenna for amazing 20 days of working together. And now back to Jenna for a closing note.
Thank you, Nik, for the kind words. I feel the same. And thank you all for giving us the chance to present our product. You will find both links to our PacMan GitHub repository and deployed version on Heroku, as well as links to both of our LinkedIn profiles. Thank you again for your time, and we hope you enjoyed.